Thanks for joining me here for the next video on Maple Leafs Man Advantage. I am Hawkeye. We got ourselves a new month. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I plan on trying to crank them out again here for you guys. Anybody out there watching these videos, I appreciate it. But with the new month, we got a new player. There he is, right here on my calendar. It's current Captain Austin Matthews for the month of March. Um, so there you have it. In today's video, we're going to talk about a trade that the Leafs made um, after the 1973 or 72-73 season. Uh, it's not a good one. I'm going to have to get that out of the bag here first. On May the 15th, 1973, now this is just 2 days after the Leafs had signed Borje Salming and Ing Hammerstrom. A couple of Swedish players signed them, going to be playing in Toronto next week. They worked out a deal with the Philadelphia Flyers. Um, now, what happened is um, the start with the Flyers side of the trade first here, I suppose. Going to Philadelphia first, they received goaltender Bernie Perron and Toronto's second round draft pick in the 1973 draft. In return, the Leafs received the Flyers' first round pick in 1973, as well as some future considerations. Seriously? Oh boy. Okay. Oh dear. We're going to take a deeper look into this trade and see how it worked out here. So, first off, we'll start with who the Flyers got. And then we're going to go over to what Toronto received in this trade. Now, I'm going to say right off the top, this is likely going to be the deal breaker of it all. Trading Bernie Perron um, back, not just to, but back to Philadelphia where he got him. Um, Now, the Leafs owner Harold Ballard, I'm sure, was extremely angry with the players that had jumped over to the WHA, like Bernie Perron had done, and likely did not want them in his lineup if they were to return. Now, Bernie had gone over to the WHA and played one season, but on his desire or want to come back to the NHL, um, from what I've read or heard, like requested a trade out of Toronto, didn't want to come back there. And my big guess is the big reason is Harold Ballard, the owner of the team. How there was a big bashing of the heads, if you will, between their thoughts on hockey and how Bernie was actually getting a very good pay in the WHA finally. Um, Now, one thing I did look up, and it pertains or has to do with the current NHL. Back when Bernie Perrant, I believe it is that last year in Toronto, or the following season, one or the other, um, the average salary in the NHL was $25,000. What that equates to in today's money, 2025, is $180,000. That's your average salary. From what I found, the average salary in the NHL now, $3.5 million. There's no comparison between the two. Plus, you cannot pay a player who plays in the NHL $180,000. You got to pay a lot more money than that just as a base, just as your minimum salary. So there's absolutely no comparison between 1972 or 73 compared to 2025 and what the players are getting paid. It's a different universe, really, what the salaries are now at this point. Now, at the same time, absolutely, the game has grown. There's many more teams. There's many more fans in the game. So everything's grown. But the players are certainly getting paid definitely what they're worth to put that product on the ice. So I just wanted to share that with you as well. Now, Toronto, due to this request from Parent, sorry, um, worked out a deal with the Philadelphia Flyers. I have posted the stats already or told about them, but I'll just try and go quickly through them. Um, Now, after this trade, he would play another 298 games. He would win 177 of them. That's a lot. He led the NHL twice in wins after this. He tied 55 games. He grabbed 40 shutouts. He'd lead the league in 3 seasons in that category. He'd win 2 Stanley Cups, win 2 Vezina trophies as the top goalie, winning 2 Conn Smythe trophies as the playoff MVP, playing 3 All-Star games, and he'd lead the league in save percentage in the upcoming season, 1973-74, when he had a spectacular 934 save percentage, and he would also lead the league twice in goals against average. Wow. As it stands right now, that is an ace up the sleeve for the Toronto Maple Leafs, since it may not even be up the sleeve, it's just an ace in their hand of cards. That is amazing. Now, in the draft, the Flyers ended up drafting defenseman Larry Goodenough in the second round. He went on to play 242 NHL games. He played for the Flyers as well as the Vancouver Canucks. He scored 22 goals, adding 77 assists for 99 points. And he did end up winning the 1975 Stanley Cup with the Philadelphia Flyers. So, looking now on the Leafs side of things, um, why don't we look at the first round draft pick they got? That could very well be a very good player. Now in the upcoming draft here, the Leafs chose Bob Neely, defenseman. He ended up playing 283 games. He played for the Leafs and the Colorado Rockies. He scored 39 goals with 59 assists for 98 points. Um, and looking it up, I'm not sure why he was in the NHL. Like I believe this upcoming season or the season after, but his career, NHL career, was over by the time he was like only 24 years of age. That's pretty young. So, in addition to him, there's this future considerations, which turned out to be the Flyers goalie. That was going to be coming back the other way, and that was Doug Favell. Now, um, we're going to look at his stats here. Doug would go on to play another 158 games. He'd win 47 of them. He'd tie 33 and get 2 shutouts. Um, so that's what you got back in return for Bernie Perron. And I'd say like that those draft picks was a bit of a wash there. Like they were very comparable, their numbers. Good enough and Neely, comparable numbers. So he traded Bernie Perron for Doug Favell, and it's sorry, nothing against Doug Favell here, but that is not a wash, not in the least. And this season right here is where Bernie Perron plays his best hockey. I'm gonna say right here, maybe the next 3 years. Like this is Bernie at his prime. He's also playing on a very good team. They're the Broad Street Bullies, so they're out there getting their pound of flesh every shift, if you will. But this is when Bernie really turns it on and shows his value in hockey or how excellent he is as a goalie. So there is no way I would make this trade. And for my own team, Bernie's my number one goalie. I still got him. I would have sat down with him. I would have worked out a contract and let him know, hey, you're our number one guy going forward. Get him, put his name on the paper. Let's get him signed. Let's get him in Toronto. Let's get him in the net. We are going to need him. So I would give the giant X to that trade. Not going to happen. So there you have it. So yeah, if you like this video, go on ahead and hit like, subscribe. Got other videos on here as well. Or if you want to comment on anything, go ahead and do so. But until next time, go Leafs go.